taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Woohoo! Love our new little jingle jangle. Welcome everyone to Biz Chat, your place of encouragement for faith-based entrepreneurs. I am your coach, Michelle, and over there is Coach Noelle. And each week we bring you topics of strategic insight and encouragement to launching and scaling your God-sized dreams into the marketplace or ministry. So welcome everyone. How are you doing, Coach Noelle? What you drinking this morning? How was your week? We had an amazing week.
It was a big week. Oh my word. I've definitely needed my pink drink today, which will be unveiled later this month.
I was going to say in 2 weeks, we have the pink drink unveiled. So stay tuned. And next week, we also have Dr. Darlene coming back. So those of you who've missed her like we have, she will be with us next week. So yes, big week. If you missed it, guys, go here now. The replay is still available to faithoverfearbizchicks.com/plan 2022 and get that replay link for our planning event.
How long is it available?
So if you get in there, you will have 7 days to watch it. So you'll have 7 days to watch it, and you'll get all the information about our new products that we just launched that have been so well received. I can't even believe the amount of feedback and buzz and excitement and gratitude women have had for these. And we just feel like we've got our lane, our clarity.
Yeah.
After this came through, it was like, your God-sized dream needs an incubator. He needs an incubator. There's so many women I know who are out there listening, and you want to leave your job, or you don't know how to step into this next big God-sized dream that you have, or you just need to get all the things, the lifestyle goals in your life, giving you the stability so you can really think about that God-sized dream, that fruit-bearing dream. And so that's what really came out of Plan Your 2022, was that we've got lifestyle dreams. Those are great to set, I want to lose weight. I want to, serve my husband well and my children well. And I want to, serve my church well, or, get a new Gucci purse, whatever those awesome dreams are that you have, just to make your lifestyle what you feel it needs to be. They're fun.
We all want a Gucci purse.
I know, right? Someday. And then there's these big God-sized fruit-bearing dreams that are meant to bless other people. And we just kind of don't know how to even move into those sometimes. And so we have Launch School now open. Launch School is what's come out of this kind of planning event, where we will be moving the needle every single month, getting you those basic foundational blocks that maybe you've kind of known about, if you're an entrepreneur already, but they just haven't found their groove. We'll be working those, moving the needle, setting goals every single month, celebrating, because these are goals you've heard from God. Of course, they're going to happen and materialize. If you've ever set goals and it's not happened, guess why? They weren't God's goals for you. And so it's frustrating when we're just like, okay, set a goal, and then it doesn't happen, and then we're discouraged. Because we're going to set goals with God, and we're going to help each other achieve them. And we expect that every month our ladies will be achieving them before the end of the month, and we'll have to set new goals. And it will be just that grace and that ease that comes on those goals in Launch School. So, and some of us are needing to incubate and really get some clarity around all our goals and keep them safe in the harbor, right? Because we know 2021 was full of all sorts of distractions. So was 2020, quite honestly. But
so is life.
So is life. Life is full of distractions. So we developed Atmosphere of Grace Sorority. It is a sisterhood that really creates an atmosphere of grace around your goals and dreams. That way they're protected, they're moving forward. If they shift and they get out of alignment or get derailed, there are going to be these amazing women in there who are here to keep you in alignment and to walk those goals out and to be able to handle the derailment. We've got vision board expert Kat Timmons in the group. We've got several prophetic, amazing, life-breathing women to breathe all over you the words of God, so that you don't lose hope and you don't have to do this alone. So we will have challenges each month in there. The first one is holy versus unholy distraction. How should you respond? And so that's our first topic of the month, is responding in grace and being able to tackle holy and unholy distractions, different response for each one. So that's Atmosphere of Grace sorority. Come on into those. You'll find everything you need if you just register at the faithoverfearbizchicks.com plan 2022. You'll start getting all the emails to really help you understand what's in each option.
Yeah. So. And I want to just throw out too, I'm having some feedback, but if you, even if you're like, I don't want to do any of that, maybe that some of you are having that internal reaction, still go to this website and look at this. This was an event we did, a workshop type event we did to help plan your 2022. Go ahead and sign up for it, because guys, it was Michelle and I had a little healthy conflict behind the scenes.
Spat.
Yeah, about this event. I didn't want to do it, guys. And when I prayed through and we sorted it through, and I was there. It was profound. It was amazing. We had some prophets in there who left some words that have already shifted. I don't have time to tell you what all it has shifted already. And so whether you're not certain about the school or whatever, come in and do that event and become a part of that community, because it will set the tone for your year. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it really, thank you for saying that, because there was such something all over that event. It was pretty crazy. And that's our free gift to you for 2022. We want you to just have that piece of direction, because we really feel like, and you'll get this out of the video, there's a warning for 2022. God is up to something in 2022. And there's one side and the other. You'll get it on the video playback, but there's some fire going on in 2022, and we want you in the right place. So this is there to help you. And also free group, Atmosphere of Grace is our free group. So none of it, if you're not ready, we understand. Yeah. We weren't ready either. In fact, I didn't want it even when I was ready. Oh, yes. So we love you all through all stages. But Coach Noelle, we want to talk a little bit of strategy today, because we've got your amazing secret book launch is coming. And we've got a little secret for you. But Coach Noelle, you have written your first book, Change Your Story. Woohoo! It just came out last night, guys. No one knows but you. You are the insiders. You are the insiders. And so she is going to head out on launching this book coming up next week and next month. But we get a little sneak peek here of what this is all about, but also the struggle it was to really get to this place, and launching a book and marketing and all those things that I think are more internal battles. Coach Noelle, I think you and I have kind of worked out that there's just so much that keeps coming up each level of being able to be okay with being out in front and having a product or a service or a ministry, and how to market it and attach a dollar amount to it, and all those head games that come with all of the things. So woohoo, welcome to the world, bouncing baby boy. Change your story. It's been birthed. And or is it a girl? I don't know.
It's a girl for sure.
It's a girl. It's a girl. Tell us about this book. What of it was just burning inside of you and had to get out on paper?
Okay. if it's okay, before I go into the topic of the
Mhm.
book, I want to, since this is kind of exclusive, I was praying about this and I was like, God, this community, we've been doing the podcast for about a year. This community is starting to become very tight knit, and one of the things we have wanted to do is encourage you on the journey. A lot of the women we work with are startups, because we were startups, and that's kind of our heart and our calling, is those God-sized dreams, to help women launch those God-sized dreams. Anyway, so here's kind of what happened behind the scenes. You guys have heard me talk about this book for over a year now. And with all that planning time, it came down to the launch, and I didn't have any peace about any marketing, period, like at all.
Mhm.
I haven't emailed my list. I've barely told my friends. And one of the things that I was wrestling with, and I'm going to read this. This is from James, and it's chapter 1. All these passages are famous, right? Verse 6 through 8 is where I'm going to focus. Just make sure you ask empowered. So ask for wisdom, right? Just make sure you ask empowered by confident faith, without doubting that you will receive. For the ambivalent person believes 1 minute and doubts the next. Being undecided makes you become like the rough seas driven and tossed by the wind. You're up 1 minute and tossed down the next. When you are half-hearted and wavering, it leaves you unstable. Can you really expect to receive anything from the Lord when you're in that condition? I was reading that yesterday morning, early in the morning, because I had gotten up struggling with, what are we going to do with this launch? I don't feel like you're talking to me. I don't know what to do. Like, girls, the story of this book, I woke up with the outline of this book in my head before I learned the lessons. I'm not lying. That is why I know this is God's book. Because I woke up one morning, I was at a business conference in LA. I was still working in a corporate job. So was my husband. We had plenty of money. And I woke up with this in my head, the entire outline. I scribbled it out on a piece of paper before I forgot.
And when was this? What year?
Oh gosh, this was 10 years ago.
10 years. This baby's been incubating.
Yes. And I started working on the book. And then our financial lives completely fell apart. And then I was like, I can't teach this stuff. I was so embarrassed about the disaster that was our finances. So it was like God gave me the information, and then he brought me through that wilderness season of learning the information in the book. And so, girls, I say with all the passion in me, I have tested the stuff I teach in that book, and it worked.
Unfortunately, yes, you did have to live it off.
Unfortunately, yeah. Hopefully it won't be as bad for you.
That's why the book. So you guys don't have to go through.
Just do the stuff in the book now.
So I just want to say, ladies, if your finances are a jumbled kind of struggle right now, you absolutely probably should be an entrepreneur. Don't think that it disqualifies you in any way, shape, or form. Financial stability and non-stability, I think, is a road to learning so many things that God has for us, and it does not disqualify you. We've both been very honest. When I started this journey, I had $110,000 in debt, $110,000 in consumer debt, with between our cars and our credit cards. And all of that has been paid off in 3 years. And it looks like we're about to have a launch that is, I can't even tell you how I never saw this coming. So just know that if finances aren't your thing, it doesn't disqualify you. So anyway, that we both have
in fact, one of the things I say, that God chooses the weak to shame the wise. Finance is probably my biggest weakness. I wrestled with it majorly. Like, I could weep when I think about some of it. I don't teach this place from a place of this is easy for me. Let me tell you how it's done. I come from a place of shame and fear and disaster. And Lisa Hendrickson says,
I was
right there with you.
Amen, sister.
So yeah, so this is not from somebody who's good at this. This is from somebody who has struggled mightily. But the thing is, what I realized with clients is that all my clients were
Struggling financially.
Yeah. And it was like, and it wasn't, Dave Ramsey's great. I don't want to knock him. He has helped thousands, probably millions of people. But I also had people who had tried that and it wasn't working. And then they felt just even worse off, because here's the thing, Dave Ramsey and financial planners, they give you techniques. And this book is really about healing your relationship with money. I've had so many clients say, I hate money. I wish it was they can't navigate their relationship with it. And that's what the book is about, is spiritually healing those roots around money that keep you stuck. And when that emotional stuff gets healed, it's a game changer, and it's just a new thing.
And that's really kind of what's been happening this week as this book's been launching for you, right, Coach Noelle? Is like you're seeing even a deeper level of what healing really needs to take place to market this book.
Yeah, because that's been a whole new bag of, and I guess I got distracted. But with the text that I'm talking about, one of the things I asked God was like, because I have felt some guilt about the Change Your Story business not having the kind of momentum that I've wanted it to have. And that when I read that, when you are half-hearted and wavering, it leaves you unstable. Can you really expect to receive anything from the Lord when you're in that place? When I did my marketing half-heartedly because I was uncomfortable with it, right? Anybody relate? Raise your hand in the chat there. I wasn't comfortable talking about me. And so I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat too. So I probably just need to.
Yeah, I got the chat.
Okay. And so what I realized was there are some half-hearted things for me around my marketing. Like I'm tired. I spent probably 10 hours early in the year cleaning up 20,000, 25,000 emails in my Gmail account. And 90% of them were marketing things. And so 25,000, this was fire. This was amazing. This will change your life. And it just felt like, really, like, let's be real, people. I think that's one of the things I'm realizing. Like, I've studied copywriting. I know all the tricks. And I was like, God, I can't do that wholeheartedly. Like, you girls, if you're on my email list, you're going to get like, well, this didn't work. You're going to get that, because I realize for me to be wholehearted, I need to show up fully. And that means with my gifts. And that means when I say it went well, it really did. Because I'm also going to say, this was really good, or I really struggled behind the scenes, just like I'm talking about my launch. Here's a marketing method for you. Talk about how hard your book launch was for you emotionally. So that was kind of what I feel like God's doing. And girls, once I have this figured out, once I really have figured out this marketing thing and how to do it in a kingdom, godly way that's unique to my identity, we're going to put together a course for you.
Yes, that's one thing that came out of our, week was just that we see the alignment, right, Coach Noelle? We see the alignment in what Change Your Story is going to mean for entrepreneurs, being able to understand what's going on under and behind the curtain with money and mindsets and a product and all the things that kind of come to the surface. So I'm super excited for that. Kingdom marketing. Kingdom marketing. I hadn't heard that term before.
There you go.
Coin something there, Sean.
Yeah, that might be the name of our course.
Kingdom marketing.
Lisa Hendrickson, I want to hear, type in the chat about your book launch. I want to hear about that. So Lisa, raised her hand. So she's been
Mhm.
struggling with that too. Yeah, we definitely want to hear about that. So yeah, so that is what's been going on behind the scenes. And then the book itself, I guess maybe should we talk a little bit about
Yes,
that?
please. I know we don't even have hard copies yet, but it is right on Amazon, and you can get it for just 99 cents, guys. Woo!
Yeah,
99
yeah.
cents. Drop everything. Coach Noelle, they just look up Change Your Story, and that S is a dollar sign. So if you type it
Or
in,
it might be easier to type in my name. I haven't looked it up by the title of the book. I got creative with the book, and then I thought that's probably going to make it very hard to
to
find,
find. So
actually.
yes, you can go ahead and go over to Amazon and download a Kindle version of the book for 99 cents. And Coach Noelle, there, oh,
Follow that link.
well, yes. I think
Yeah,
we
we'll
might
put
have to
that
drop
in the
that
chat.
afterwards.
Yeah. But go to Amazon and Noelle Schwantes, Schwantes. And for the pre-launch, it is actually 99 cents. So if you get it today, and I'm trying to think of, guys, tell me in the chat. I was trying to think of what would be something that would be really valuable. So we're just launching this here. This is kind of considered the pre-launch. It's not getting out to email list or any of those things yet. And I wanted to do something special for this community. So if you buy the 99-cent book and you leave a review, you come tell me what you want your free gift to be.
And she's amazing, Coach. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, so that could be, yeah, we'll play with that, because I thought, how do you know you're giving somebody a free gift that they want? I mean, obviously if they take it, they want it, but let's play with this. Let's have some fun with this, because this is kind of an intimate setting, so I can do that without getting 20,000 requests. So
Today.
buy the 99-cent book, leave a review, and then contact me, and we will set up your free gift.
And how should they contact you? Is that at changeyourstory.com?
So actually, contact me on the website, so we can put that changeyourfinancialstory.com. So you can email me on the bottom of that website. There's also free resources on that website too. So if you are wondering where you're getting hung up, there's a beliefs assessment on the website. There's a list of resources and books that were really pivotal for me in my journey. That's also a free resource. And then you can also, there's something else, I forget what it is, but there's several free resources.
Awesome. So let's dive into the content of the book. I know that this was just, like you said, things that you had to learn and you had to work out and live out. And they were significant shifts in your life. And so tell us a little bit about what we can expect when we download that book.
So what we really dive into first is beliefs, which, I feel like everyone and their mother is talking about your beliefs and mindsets these days. What I would say is different. How I talk about beliefs is that I really make that first chapter is really about making a strong biblical case for why the religious viewpoints and money mindsets we grew up with are wrong. And how a lot of us feel shame, because for me, it was like I always spent more than I had. My debt continued to increase no matter how much, because I was like moving up the ladder in the corporate setting. And so I felt guilty and ashamed because I couldn't ever get around it. Well, it was really when I started to look at my beliefs about money, I lived out my beliefs. And in my family, it was kind of holy to be broke. It was not something, and that was never said specifically, but I think that's very true in a lot of Christian circles. Is like, we work in ministry, we don't work for profit, right? And so that first chapter really gets a good grip on beliefs being the core. Like, if you think of your financial life as a fruit tree, and you get bad fruit. So you have mealy fruit, you have fruit that rots, you have fruit with worms in it. Nobody wants to eat that fruit, like bad financial results, right? You can't heal that by chopping the fruit off your tree. I mean, yeah, that bad fruit will be gone. And maybe that rotting fruit can start to fertilize for the next round of fruit. But that was what I kept repeating. I kept trying to chop the tree. I remember having financial planners tell me, freeze your credit card in a big Ziploc bag of water so that you can't get to it. Like, it's hard to get to. Let me tell you, girls, that never stopped me. Not for even a little second. And I know I'm kind of getting hung up in the first chapter, but it really is foundational around what I'm talking about is healing your relationship with money so that you don't get tense when you think of it, that you might even feel joyful, that you might even feel. And really what I find is when I do the live workshops and when I do the online workshops, most everybody ends up in tears. It's just kind of how it goes. And it's not usually about money. It was about a wound, an identity wound. It's, does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I love that analogy about the tree because so many times we just think if we change our outward action, like you said, with the Ziploc bag, that somehow it's going to fix the deeper problem.
Yeah.
It's not going to fix the deeper problem. And so a lot of the advice, like you were saying, from other gurus is all, superficial, and it's not really getting down to the root. And that's really what you want to do here in your book, Change Your Story, free download, or 99-cent download this week, is that you will actually get to the root of the issues through this, working through this book. If somebody mentions money and if somebody mentions, hey, would you want to come and go on a vacation with us? And you think, and all the time it's a money issue that's holding you back. This is what I love about this book, is like, it's all about figuring out why that's happening instead of just changing some outward behavior, right, Coach Noelle?
Yeah. Because when the fruit starts growing in naturally, it's there's no angst about it, right? There's just peace and there's joy, and then you can truly start, because that's one of the things about, in terms of our beliefs as Christians or ministry. Thank you, Stella, bought the book. Yay! Is that we with our ministries or with whatever, we think that we're not allowed to make money. But honestly, when in the New Testament mentions finances over 2,000 times.
More times than hell.
Yeah, and more times than faith, interestingly enough. And one of the only investment stories in the Bible, the guy who got ripped to shreds is the one who did not invest. He was the one that got hammered. And and it was a pretty tough, like take away what you originally had and give it to somebody who's going to use it. We are meant to steward finances for the kingdom.
Hello, say it again.
We are meant to steward finances for the kingdom. And you guys, and I talk about this story a little more in detail in the book. God told me, I was going through a divorce. I was on my own for the first time in my life. I was stinking terrified. I was coming home I had decided to go through back to grad school, got some scholarships and some loans, and I went back to school, and I was coming home from school. I was coming to my little dingy old apartment, home from school, just a normal day, got my backpack coming home, and God said to me, "You're going to be very wealthy." I was so shocked. I looked up at the sky, and my gut, I'm telling you the truth, my gut said, I literally said out loud, "Don't give it to me right now. I can't be trusted with it." That was my bad fruit, because I knew I'd spend it on clothes and I'd spend it on image managing things, flashy things, because that was my wounds. And so that is what I'm talking about, healing your relationship with money. I don't dress nice because I have a wounded place in my heart anymore. I don't dress right because that was driving my spending. I needed to look like I had it all together because I knew I did not. And that's what we're talking about, is healing those heart wounds so your money is intentional and focused, and it works for the kingdom, and it works for you, and you grow more of it. Because now when we get money, we think, how can we steward this? How can we have more people into our home? How can we have them be more comfortable? How can we fight sex trafficking, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry, ladies? it is time to stop feeling guilty and ashamed because you want to make more money. Let God heal your heart so that when you make more money, it goes toward fighting for the kingdom.
Woo! Oh, baby. That was some smoky fire. Oh,
Feeling a
man.
little riled up.
She's
Right?
a little riled up. I think the marketing side of you has kicked in. Oh, I love it. I love it because this is, ladies, we get this so often. And as we're working with entrepreneurs and they're launching into the ministry, especially ministry focused type endeavors, it is so hard to get around this mindset that I can't charge or I shouldn't charge or this should be free because church is free. It is getting around this that I'm reaping and sowing, and so is somebody else. If you're taking the time to reap and sow into building a business or building a ministry, there is fruit. And so reaping and sowing and fruiting is all part of the game, and there's no shame around any piece of that. Yes, we've seen models from the 80s and 90s that misused it, and there was corruption. That does not mean that has to be your gig. You don't have to be corrupt because you are making money. That is not hand in hand. I think so many of us have felt like, oh, I can't make money because it'll lead to corruption. No, just walk with Jesus. It won't. It won't.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it gets so exciting, guys. This is the part I'm walking into. Is it so exciting to dream bigger with Jesus? Your God-sized dream gets bigger. So it's like your fruit just starts becoming, because you're healed, you're not in a place of temptation. You're not in a place of being able to be led off astray. You're just getting more vision around that God-sized dream that you're supposed to launch and steward, as Coach Noelle said, a kingdom stewardship. So don't be afraid. And if other people still have hangups about you making money because somehow you're not going to steward it well and somehow it's going to take you down a path and a road, send them to Coach Noelle. She'll take care of them.
We'll get that cleared right up.
So Coach Noelle, tell us a little bit more. We have a little more time. Actually, we are kind of almost out of time, but give us a couple more topics of book chapters.
So I will warn you, it's not, Leah says she bought it and didn't feel guilty because it was only 99 cents. Yes, I will always be thrifty. That will always be true of me. So the other topics, and I will tell you this, it's not for the faint of heart. It's a lighthearted book. It's an easy read. I share a lot of our stories and struggles in there and examples in that journey, that 10-year wilderness we went through. But we are dealing with fear. We're unearthing your fear around money. We're unearthing your shame around money. And those of you who buy it today, email me on the website and I'll get you a free companion workbook with it. We will do that. And we'll still kind of negotiate what you want for like a free gift and in a way that I can support you. But we'll send out that. And so, so those are some of the books. We talk about the role of gratitude. We talk about the role of praise, which honestly, I'm an introvert. I'm kind of a melancholy personality. And so,
and I am not.
and we balance each other well that way. And so I really struggled with praise because I was like, it felt fake to me sometimes. And so I talk about praise in an authentic way and how you can, how it scatters your enemies. It's a way of warfare. And so I come at praise from maybe a little different angle as well. So those are some of the other topics. There's a few more: investment, how to invest in a kingdom way, in a heart way. So yeah, those are some of the
all good things to look forward to. Love it, Coach Noelle. We can't wait to hear about how God leads you in marketing this book and getting just the message out that it is not just about changing some external things, but it's really getting to the root of what's going on and why we're spending and why we're treating money that the way that we are and why we have the relationship with money that we do. So thank you for being so raw and honest here that it has not been an easy journey. I hope this helps you guys see we are here to be completely vulnerable and honest with you guys, that this is not always an easy journey, but we walk it out together in humility. And that's what we're all about, is just just being honest and be real and hearing from the Heavenly Father of how to steward what He's asking us to steward. And usually I find that every woman has a God-sized dream, that a fruit-bearing dream somewhere deep down in there, that just is needing a place to incubate. So reminder to go ahead and get a hold of us and watch the free replay that we did. It's an amazing Plan Your 2022 event. And if you're struggling around finances, get on changeyourstory.com and get that book downloaded from Amazon. Everybody's finding it, it looks like, in the chat.
Yeah,
So
thank you
I
guys.
think
I'm
if
so
you just,
honored by this.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna cry.
Yes. So yes, on Amazon, just look up Noelle. Spell your last name. I know.
SCHWANTES.
There you go. And you'll find the book, unless somebody in the chat has a faster way that you found to find it. So yeah, get that book downloaded, only 99 cents for a short time here in her pre-launch. Thank you, Noelle, for coming on and sharing with us your heart journey. And we bless you and your efforts right now to serve the kingdom in the way that God has called you to serve the kingdom. And we call forth this God-sized fruit-bearing dream to bear much fruit in 2022, that those who need this will find it and will also be able to bear much fruit. So we can rock the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that this served you well. And if you have questions, get a hold of us on all the links that you'll see below in the show notes. We can't wait to connect with you. So please reach out and let us know how we can serve you. All right, everyone. Until next time, next week, we're launching Coach or Dr. Darlene's book.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. So we will see you.
I can't wait to hear about it.
Yes. We'll see you next time on Biz Chat.